Power flows to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Autobots, roll out! We cannot let the humans pay for our mistakes. Autobots! Reap the whirlwind! One shall stand, one shall fall.
Alrighty.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome
Hey,
to a
everyone.
Transformers stream. Hopefully, everyone can hear us okay. Please let us know if you have any problems. But yeah, welcome to the stream.
Welcome everybody. Wow. Can you hear us? I don't want to say any hellos. Loud and clear. Yay, we're loud and clear. Sorry if I sound awful today. I've got a bit of dedication being here today because the England game's on and I'm here and I'm sick and I'm still here. So I will not miss this stream ever.
It's all good. It's like, I mean, it
So-
probably saved you from a heartache, Dale.
So Tony B's already
I hope
asking,
it's
where
you.
is the new CM? Where is the new CM? Well, Callum is not going to be on this stream. He'll be most likely, if he's comfortable, be on the next one and he'll be able to say
Yeah.
hello to you all.
Fortunately,
that'll
when
be-
we hire people, we don't have any contracts thing where it says like you have to appear on the stream. So it pretty much whoever wants to join us eventually can join us.
Yeah,
So-
we need to
so-
put that in the contract, don't we?
Yeah,
You
so
must.
I can retire
Must.
and don't have to do the stream anymore.
Can I retire?
No,
Well,
you're not going anywhere.
we
None
have
of
a
you
new
are going
designer.
anywhere.
We have a new designer. So hopefully in a couple of weeks or
He becomes
months,
good enough, and I retire.
you can go in the background and change between the two.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
shall we do some hellos?
Yes, I will take Twitch because I'm on there. Darth Tyler 00, hello Air Force crew, loud and clear. Hello. Raphael 0735 is doing lots of chomps with an emoji. I really like that. That's really cool. We've got Forks, who is our new community manager. Sorry if I'm leaking that, Callum. Sorry. Menace underscore town. Hi. Hi to you. And Cuddy Fox is there. We've got Edward. Who else is in Twitch? That's everybody. Did I really say everybody? Did I? Berry 76. I missed you. Sorry. That's Twitch at the moment. Who's got YouTube?
I'll do
I do.
YouTube.
Oh, wait.
Well, or you can do YouTube, but yeah, there's no one on Facebook yet. So
Okay. Facebook doesn't exist. All right. Vereka, hello. Hello to Ben also. Transformers Art Boy. Hello to you. Snow Days. Hello. Hey, Ian. Hello to LJ. And hi to Trax. Hey, hey, Vixen. And
I know why you're laughing.
Daddy
at that
Pig. Hello. And Andrew.
okay,
Cool.
welcome everyone. So yeah, it's been a while. So this is gonna be a stream where we cover like a few things. We're gonna be talking about this week's event, which is the Endurance Head of the Saga. We're gonna be talking about the two new boats, Tasmania Kid and Adagony. We're gonna talk a little bit about the new feature that was introduced, the loyalty program, which is live now in game, and you know the usual questions and answers from the community, and go through any details you guys want to talk about. We might preach a little bit about any changes coming to the 5-star batch, which I think is going next week. So yeah, lots of things to get through. And then we have the spicy question starting already, which we're gonna answer.
Already we're talking about the spicy questions. If you've got spicy questions, hold them there. We're not ignoring you. There will be time for you to ask your questions to the team. But there is a lot to talk
Can't
about
wait.
today. there is a lot of talk about today, so let's talk about this weekend's event,
Okay.
The Last Stand. And Yanis has already got it up now. So this is for Tasmania Kid and Antagony. It's an endurance event. It is an alliance event. Yes, we know. We put it in the newsletter as individual. It's not an individual, and if it was, I would be very surprised if you got 3.5 million, but also very impressed. But it is an alliance totalizer. It's coming this weekend. You can get 3.5 mil for the 5-star, or you can do 1.5 mil for the 4-star. It's pretty cool. And if Yanis wants to take us to the awards and show us all the prizes. Oh, you're not in an alliance.
It's
You're
fine.
not. He's not in an alliance. But there's lots of prizes.
Fine alliance. It's okay.
Oh no. Uh, these are all
I'll
test
show you
alliances, by the way. We don't pick the names for these alliances. So if you're eagle-eyed and you screenshot them, we don't take responsibility for what you have just read there. But let's check the prizes. What have we got? Cool.
The
We've got lots of
usual
spark.
3.5 million for the 5-star. And then, yeah, you can keep saying the other rewards. Lots of rewards. 5-star swords, sparks, premium swords, 4-star crystal, combiner spark. There's a lot of rewards going on. Whoa, hard to scroll.
Whoa, yes. Keep going. You're way away from the top. Still lots of rewards. I always get scared that when you're scrolling, it doesn't like crash because there's so many rewards. So yeah, keep scrolling.
Yeah, it's actually because I'm on the kind of like PC thing, so it's not really scrolling that well. So that's why it's actually going a bit up and
God.
down.
Yeah, I hope we never launch on PC, Yanis. Can you imagine how long it would take to get to the top?
So yeah, it's a bit, yeah, it's lots of rewards. I don't think I'm gonna have to go through all of them, but there's like total sparks, cheap metal chips, both metal chips. There's so many things. I can't really scroll that well.
Yeah, we're nearly there now. There we go. We're nearly there. No, it won't let you go anymore. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. That's it. That's all the rewards in this weekend's event. So yeah, make sure you play, team up with your friends. You can get the 4-star. There's also Super XP as well. And I also hear there's going to be a Cyberstore coupon code going around as well. That's confirmed from Hyro. It's not just me creating rumors. That's from Hyro. So yeah, that'll be pretty nice. Cool. Who else have we got in the chat? We got Cuddy Fox. Oh, I've already said hello to you. I will answer your. We will ask your question even. And Jakada, hello to you. And we've got Meryl in the chat. Hello to Meryl. Meryl supporting
Hi,
the stream. Hi, Meryl.
Hi, Meryl.
And we got Chad as well. The whole team is here,
Uh,
basically.
they're watching.
The whole team. They're
Hey,
judging us.
Chad.
Cool.
Alright, so we go through the bots first, or want to do questions?
Well, it's up to
Well-
you. We can do questions, we could do the new feature, or we can go through new bots. Completely
let's
up
go the
to you.
bots. Let's see,
Yeah,
since you're
All
talking
right.
about
Let's,
this
yeah, let's
event.
get it.
Yeah.
The spiciest thing of the stream. Yeah, so this weekend you can be playing for Tasmanian and Antagony. Melee special, so this is the way they look. So, when designing them, the idea was to design like a bot which, can support the front lines and, more or less have air effects, so mainly coverage. So like the effect can cover a lot of ground and a lot of area. So with those abilities, we designed Alpha Swipe and Omega Swipe. Alpha Swipe uses the standard electric and EMP effects, and Omega Swipe uses the new water effects, which has been introduced recently.
So this
So-
has 2 abilities for the people wondering. This we have not really updated the stats. We should definitely do that because
Mhm.
water does something. So water
Yeah.
and electricity from Alpha Swipe just stuns any buildings after the effect.
And
And-
water, it reduces the attack and defensive power of any target by 20%.
Yeah, so it means the buildings are going to be doing less damage, or the boats that are going to be affected are going to do less damage, and also they're going to take 20% more damage when something hits them. So it's 2 effects. Gonna apply that for 8 seconds, and
Yeah. And with the AB11s, their range is even further increased, so they get even more coverage of their ability. And if you feel like they're power and defense survivability is lacking. We got the G1 covers all that. So, with the G1, you get extra special ability damage. And with max G metal, when you're below 60% of health, you immediately get a shield, which, shields you for 40%. So, so you can survive for even longer. So, let's see there. When you equip it. Yep, does that.
So yeah, when they are below 60% health, they have 40% damage reduction. As we're gonna demo in a little while, they are kind of like meal bots, so they're gonna be running ahead. They have a lot of health, and also that reduction, but also like mostly they're doing a lot of damage. Not, I mean, as much as someone like Laser Optimus, but also has a lot of effects to also count, like support your rest of your squad. Before we go, though, we should probably also show Adagony, because I don't think we have demoed these bots before. Do you have
It's right at the top.
Adagony? Yeah, there
No,
he
you just
is.
scroll back up, go to the top.
Yeah. So another, I think it's an ant, right? It's on the spider.
It is an ant.
Yeah, that's a quite cool bot. Discourse characters, both of them.
The second ant of the game, actually.
Yeah. So next to Inferno Predacon. So many bots. Yeah. Cool. So shall we go into battle? Do you have a challenge battle going?
Yeah, we have challenge battle. So if you want to do the hard challenge battle,
This one, I guess. I don't know.
it's tile to activate it.
No, that's the thing. That's not what it should be doing. Maybe you should
Hmm.
ask that while I try to fix it. Oh, it's
Hmm.
stuck.
Oh no.
Right. I can probably just take him into battle myself then.
I mean, unless you want to give it a combat by any chance, or you just want to take it with just the G1 only.
Take him like that. It's nice for people to also see what the bot does in kind of like scenario. I mean, the challenge battle is gonna be available, and we can talk about it. What do we have here? Many kids. Get a laser Optimus next to each other. I don't know. It's just a squad. All right, let's go into, and we need some medics. What do we have? Gavatron. Okay. Right. Let us know, Dale, if there's been any questions.
Yes, there is lots of questions, but let's
Oh
get through
boy.
the demonstration first.
Oh, time trap. Okay.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be fine. So I guess, yeah, just deploy Tasmania Kit and Laser Optimus, or in the front, Slingshot, I guess, on the back. I don't really have a really balanced squad. So I guess, yeah, it has two abilities, as you said. One does water, one does electricity. They can pair each other, so the effect can increase. So I guess in this case, like, probably makes sense to stun the targets as a support. So you can do that. He has a cone attack that covers a lot of area right in front of you and stuns all the targets. It also at that level probably does around 6-something thousand damage, which is 4 points. And also you have another one that does exactly the same damage. So pretty much like for 8 ability damages, you can probably do 12k or more damage, and then you also have these effects going forward.
Yeah. So
So I
another
guess.
thing to note, sorry. So another thing to note is that if you cast at the maximum cast range, projectiles travel further, so they will travel to the very end, the cast area, like so.
So this water, so they take more damage, and then you can
Yeah,
follow with the other one that does,
just
does
stun them.
damage.
And
But they're all meant to be kind of like support, but he can actually survive up front, since he has like 34,000 health, and also, the G1 core will allow him to do more. But he's kind of like meant to be there to kind of like, okay, I'm gonna, try to lock down these defenses, or try to make them more susceptible to damage, or reduce the damage that they do, so your bots can destroy them much harder and much quicker. So yeah, that's thing. It's not really a balanced thing, and it is a kind of like a low level battles. But it shows you the range of the ability, and also the damage, I guess, which that level is probably pretty strong. Questions, Dale?
Cool. Questions. If the two abilities work off each other, why is it so much more expensive than other triple changes that also combo?
Well, the reason why it was, well, it's the
Well,
price it is.
the pricing goes by the damage, right? Triple
Yeah.
changers, like, that's like if 4 goes 6,000 something damage. 4 ability, that's where that damage should be for 4 ability points. Like we compare it with, you can put Laser Optimus, which is 20,000 damage, but if you compare it on the same buildings, I guess Laser Optimus will win if there are like 2 buildings. If there are 3 buildings, he's gonna come ahead for the same ability points. This is how usually we balance. We put everything down on paper, we try them, and then we see like what kind of a cost we give to an ability. It is 4 points, but it's 6,000 something damage. It's more and because of the range is pretty big, and you have 2 of them, that gives you a lot of damage for ability points. If it goes like 2 or 3, that's potentially a lot of damage you can just do freely, and then keep pairing and keep smashing everything into pieces. So 4 is what it should be for the ability damage, for the damage it actually does.
And again, I always like to reiterate it goes beyond just damage. It's also like the area of coverage of the ability. Just like I said earlier, if you use it at a max cast range, you'll be able to cover so much more of the battlefield with just a single use of the ability. And when you pair them together, you'll be potentially doing double damage because one is electric damage, the other one is water damage, and they'll be pretty much pairing off each other. So within those 8 seconds, if you use both those abilities, you'll be doing double the damage essentially.
Yeah, we've
So
got a lot of obviously opinions that they don't particularly like the bot. But what is it? What I'm trying to understand from players. I know I've been speaking to people on Discord. Is what part of the bot do you not like? Is it the 2 abilities? Is it would you rather have 2 abilities where they bounce off each other and they're quite cheap, but they don't do as much damage? Like, what are you kind of looking for in a bot like this? Because I guess there is a whole list of issues when people pick their bots, and especially special melee, people always go, they're always roaming around, or they're not getting enough healing, or they need to do lots of damage, which I do kind of agree with. But yeah, I'm just trying to look at pinpoints of the design, because the ability icons, I know they look great, the effects of the bot looks great. Where did we get this wrong? If we
I
did,
mean, I don't know. This is not wrong. This is a strong bot, and this actually has its usage. I mean, people can say like, it could be like that. Like, I personally believe this bot is quite strong, and that's what we think. Like, we compare it with other bots. I compare it with Laser Optimus. That's actually one of the highest damage bots, and he does less damage on the number of targets that you could have available. So if people don't see that, well, they can vote with the choice and not use it. But they can always say like, where potentially we could improve it. But it's like it's limits when you kind of have to kind of like say a call like you can't give more damage for I don't know, for so few ability points without breaking the game.
I also think it's a hard bot to balance. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's got 3 waves that do that amount of damage, but you can only really control where one of the waves does, but you have to account that the other 2 waves are going to be doing that amount of damage, which is also
No, the
going
damage
to the cost.
the damage is where it should be. The damage is quite like that, like 6,000, 6,000 repeatable. So it's consistent damage. The effects are the ones that change, but it gives you like you have that much damage for each ability use. It's like have one of the ability that's 6,000 damage, you use it again, or that's 6,000 something damage. It's exactly again and again for the cost, because you have 2 also. Even though it goes up 6 to I don't know 8 or something, it's just like you have 2 of them, so it's like 4. That's 8 ability points for 12 or 13,000 damage, which is quite a lot if you compare it with any other bot. Which is how we just do the comparison and how we actually balance it. Yeah. I don't know.
Cool.
Challenge battle is gonna be available. I don't know if we do more questions, but people can also play and
Probably there's a lot more questions.
So Pure Hammer saying, how can you pair them up properly when they have different ranges? We did bring this up, and that has been altered, so they are now the same. Both abilities are now the same range. Just a question: the bot that we're seeing now is the final version? The numbers
Yeah, the final
as
version
is.
not gonna be any
Okay.
changes. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is what you're getting with the endurance events, and what you'll
Okay.
see in the challenge battle will come later on.
Okay. So there you can see the power core as the G1 power core as well, and AB11. What do you get for AB11 again? Sorry, what's the difference from 10 and 11?
So 10 and 11 is just a cast range increase, so you
Cast
can
range
cast it
increase.
even further, meaning that your projectiles, the swipes will go even further, and you'll get even more coverage with the ability.
Cool. Hellraiser says play testers shouldn't be silenced, as sharp criticism will only benefit the product. No, not once have we ever said to our play testers, you need to be quiet over this bot. We welcome people's feedback on it. I think it's just more important that we learn what players are after, so we can, if we're ever going to do a different bot or a similar bot like this, we can always point to this bot and go, okay, well they don't like this part of the bot, maybe we should do better on this bit. But it's not for everybody, right? I mean,
yeah, I
maybe
mean
it's
it's
a
not
niche
for
bot.
everyone. I think one of the failings I guess for this one was we kind of the amount of time we had to balance, which means that the interactions with the playtests were a bit less. So we kind of but we were pretty happy at the end of it, and we didn't want to push any last minute changes to complicate potentially heavy issues. We do, as I keep saying, our team we do need to release them to have them ready much earlier, and then we can have a bigger window of feedback between the community. We can with the playtesters we can explain what is our design and kind of idea between this bot and see no, I don't think this fits or what your expectations is going to be, and have better discussions. uh, so it was a little bit less of an ability to talk to do this talk and more quick turnaround. We are happy with it, but I think going forward we definitely need to give this kind of luxury of getting more time, getting everything in 4 weeks before the endurance, and give us a little bit more time to kind of have a good better conversation about things. And as we go, of course trying to learn from the community about what they want and what they're after is going to be
Yeah.
important.
I think yeah, you hit the nail on the head. They're learning what people are chasing, what they're after, because the designers want to build things that the players want to see. So Jesse's all ears. If we can make better areas on Discord to properly put your ideas in. It's a niche bot. Yeah, maybe we missed the mark with most players on this. Sorry, and we'll do better next time.
This is, and just want to add, this is what you see now is a very different bot from what it was initially. So there was a
Yeah,
much
of course, yeah.
when we bot, it went through many iterations based on the feedback which did get and we did listen to. So unfortunately with this playtest, a lot of our builds were not in the best state. So very few of our playtesters could exit some of the content at a time. So at the same time as they're playing it, we were trying to fix what was wrong with the playtest branching, so they weren't able to get a full, fortunately, they won't get the full scope of what the bot could do,
Well,
which fortunately
I
led
think
some pain points. But from the feedback we did get, we did make significant changes where it needed to be. So the damage increased, it nearly doubled from what it was initially. The range increased, and also we gave it more HP. So
Yeah, I think we can all agree that it came down to time. You put a survey out, the playtesters did batter it, to be fair, and you improved it massively.
and we're happy with
Yeah,
what the damage it
and
does. If some players, I mean, a lot of players might not think maybe in the future they can get around, maybe they don't. It's we are though happy with it. We can do better going forwards, but I don't think the board is lacking on the other damage or health or anything about on that kind of support and needs for those effects up front. It's not lacking. I mean, either from either Laser Optimus or any of the other core bots, and that's where we can compare it with what's out there, and we think it's good enough to give a bit to replace some of these bots, or being another alternative. If people don't see it, then I guess as you said, don't run or don't play or don't chase him. It's always an option for the players. Anyways,
cool. One last question.
Yeah.
Yanis maybe I think said 50k health, but that only shows 38k. Did we say that the bot had 50k health? I doubt it, right? I
34k.
mean,
There's no bots get 50k.
50, I mean, unless they equip like
well,
something like NRX onto it
yeah,
or get
right.
ranks, then yeah, it'll reach 40k, 50k. Which
Yeah.
also want to remind you, NRX can be equipped on this bot, which would again greatly increase its survivability.
Yeah, we
As
didn't
well
have
as
any
other combat.
combats when we took it too. Yeah, so
Yeah. So what you saw was just the G1 and the AB11 with no combats on.
Cool. And somebody's saying, sorry, I know we want to move on to the next feature. Does that mean the bot needs G-Metal G1 core and SA11 in order to be useful? Can you show the bot without? But I'm sure we can put some screenshots after the stream. Unless Yanis wants to quickly show what the bot looks like without the G1 and things.
well, the build level 11 is, I mean, if you have it, most people are gonna put it in, but without the G1, for example, on damage, because all specials they need against the G1 in order to do the ability damage. I mean, I can put it back in. We can do this calculation. So the damage is what, 911 times
911,
8.
yeah.
It's 7,288 damage with no G1. I mean, ability level 10 probably be a little bit less than that, but again, that's around that level. So that's 7,288 points for 4 ability points. Yes, you could have planes probably do a little bit higher, but again, it's just a different proposition. So
Yeah.
I think the damage is good enough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it is time to move on. Of course, people are asking, does he need the G1? Does he need the AB11? Our content creators are doing lots of videos on this, I'm sure, and talking about it a lot and
People
playtesting
can
it and running
discuss,
it
and
through
the
its paces.
communities can,
Yeah, absolutely.
some people can use him, and people might find the need for him. But like, I think that's just, like, it is better to give like more time for people and playtesters and things to get an idea around it. But I think we are happy where it's ended.
Cool. Nice. Let's go on to the new feature then. What came today? We should already have the challenge battle to test this, but yes, it should be out in game now, the challenge battle. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It should be live now, right? The challenge battle.
I mean, I can check.
I should check too, to be honest. But if I log in and I see that I have a war to
No,
do,
it's not light. I mean, we are currently just pushing some of the new news feeds with the new bundles and all that stuff. So this probably give us an extra hour, and it's gonna be live.
cool,
But
awesome,
yeah, I
nice.
mean, we should let the last challenge bundle last week. It's a whole, like, the whole thing, like, it should have come earlier for sure. And I think that's where the main failure was in this design. But we have
No
a new
worries.
designer, so we should be able to run further ahead finally. And hopefully no one is gonna steal the
Still
designer
very
for
shy.
us.
He'll be here soon-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just getting them up to their paces. But yes, what came today then? Other than the message at the top of your screen, that also came today, but we could talk about that a little bit soon.
Yeah, I mean, this is a problem. This is kind of like, we're gonna fix it after doing another content push later on. We just added some other new achievements because we try to improve the tutorial for new players, and that's part of these missions that you do, which of course you will self-collect it if you were to start again. But you also get them now since you already finished all that. So we're gonna fix this alloy storage soon. So what came now is the loyalty program. So this is a program where we can be giving people back for either playing the game or for mostly from purchases. So there's this thing that you can access below your avatar that shows your current level and your progression. You can claim some free daily points. So
You have to click it so we can see
yeah.
the animation. Yeah,
So
there we go.
you get 30 points. That are points that you get in your bank, and it increases your progression to the next level. When you go to the next level, you're gonna start winning some perks. So each level gives you some perks. It also gives you a free daily crystal that you can collect, and also it gives kind of like a special bundle that's only gonna be available for people that have reached that level with a bit more like value. and then it just goes up to 10 levels, and it has, increase some perks. So as you said, like, you get these points and you also get the experience to level up. And you can use the points. There's a new area in the store which calls the loyalty thing. You have another free 30-day chest in here that gives you uh, all this stuff. So every 30 days, we're gonna give you 1,000 Sonics, 10,000 Cyber Combat Spark, 10,000 Combiner Spark.
Yeah, this
Fine.
used to come from the achievement, which
Yeah.
no longer comes from the achievement anymore. It comes here. Just to reiterate.
So you have then like another limited loyalty thing, which is you can buy after you've done a purchase. So gives you all the followings, like 30,000 Spark, 30,000 Combined Spark, and 30,000 Premium, and then some other chests. These are rewards we used to give to our VIP players for spending a certain amount every month. Now pretty much any points, any spending you do either in game or in the store or by collecting the free points, you can eventually use them in order to get these bundles. And we will keep adding some more stuff in there that you can use your loyalty points. We want to probably be giving some avatars, giving some other cosmetics, and that will gonna come. So we're gonna keep adding some stuff going in here.
Yeah.
Also to say, if you go to the web store and every purchase you do that, it gives you more points for the same amount of currency. It's 20% more. So yes, you can also get points if you go to the web store.
Yes.
That's it. Any main questions?
Yes, so we've got a question from Synchronized. Does buying the Cyberpunk count in loyalty points? If yes, how much?
The cost of the Cyberpass, the premium one, the $10, probably gonna give you around 1,000 loyalty points. I think that's the conversion.
Yes.
So yeah.
Which is a shame because we can't buy it on the Cyber Store yet, so we can't get a 20%, Yanis.
Yeah, but
will it ever come?
We should try to put them in the store soon. I think we are trying to make some changes there, so hopefully soon you'll be able to also get it from there and get a bit less pricing and more added value on top.
Cool. Lil Mega says, Dale, please pick my question about loyalty. Sure. I can't see it though. Do you want to resubmit?
I need to close this chat because I'm gonna get blinded soon.
What else have we got? So what is alliance loyalty points mean? That is just for your alliance. That's just going to show how much to your leaders, how much you're donating. So completely unrelated, completely separate. It's why we've renamed it to make it a bit more clear as well. Alliance loyalty. Pure Hammer says, can you add loyalty points and to bundle information, or has that already been implemented? Well, if Yanis browses to the bundles on
let me
the
share
game,
again. So
no, you already shared.
No, I wasn't. I turned it off. So you can see up here how many points each bundle is gonna give you. If you go into the bundle, you can also see it up there, so you can know like how many points each bundle will be rewarding you in the game. And we also gonna have more details in the web store too.
Cool. And then we've got sorry, I don't know how to say your name, so I'm going to call you Tuno1. What about purchases made before this season? Well, if you were purchasing before this season, you were part of the old loyalty program, which did monthly rewards. So you would be getting sent monthly rewards every month. And the reason why we've actually changed from that is that was very it was automated, but at the same time we had to grab the data. We had to, players couldn't see where they were or what tier they were on. And this is why we've changed it to be built in the game. And I guess the biggest selling point about this, if you don't spend any money on this game, you can go into that level 0 or level 1, whatever level you are, and you can claim free points. And over time, you're going to be able to go into the loyalty store and be able to spend them. You will have something to spend them on. Maybe you don't want to spend them, but you'll be able to take part as well. So I guess that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's
about this
we
system.
added a lot of new things, which is of course unfortunately not backwards compatible with your spending history and stuff like that, because we just rewarding a new currency which needs to track. So this is one of the reasons why it's just quite new. It's a new thing, so unfortunately you're gonna have to start if you want to progress. But the thing is, I mean, if you don't go up the things, you're just gonna be missing the new perks, but you're gonna be getting all everything you spend. You're gonna get points that you can spend somewhere else and get some rewards back.
Yeah. and none of your points reset either. Whereas the previous system, if you would spend, $30, you would still only end up with tier 1 rewards, which was $9.99.
Yeah.
So you'd technically be losing $20. Where in this system, you spend that amount of money, you're going to get that in points, and those points are not going anywhere. So everything you do now, spending or free to play, you're going to collect points, and they're not going anywhere.
I
At all.
I think it's a more kind of like, democratic or better system. It would be nice if we had them from the launch, like a lot of other games do. As Jairo said, like next time, when we launch a game, just make sure it has a loyalty program already in there. But it's
Yeah, and I also, I guess just a word on that as well is so many people keep saying, well, why don't why don't you backdate it? But I feel like that would be so unfair to a lot of players. Like they don't realize um, how much people do spend on mobile games. Sorry to say that people do spend quite a lot of money, and to scale it around that would just be just crazy. So this is much better, to be honest. And you'll get way more over the next few months and years, and this is not going anywhere.
cool.
Cool. Any more questions? All good. Alliance HQ loyalty in days, hours not factored in. Why not? I would say that's loyalty. I would agree, but then when you've got somebody who's played the game since beta, yes, that's very loyal. But then how do you balance that? Are you balancing that across 8 years? Are you balancing that for new players? I think it's just best that we start at a clean slate. Everybody can get 3 points. It starts from now. Of course, spenders are going to get something faster, but none of the perks are going to make you stronger in a battle. Like, it's
No.
not paid to win at all. Like, you're not going to go in a battle and now start winning because you're level 10 in this system. It's just not going to happen.
The perks are, I mean, they're nice to have, but it's more kind of like based on the economy or like, quicker to, to get energy or alloy. For a lot of spenders, probably not important. The battle XP bonus are probably gonna be nice and useful, but we don't give anything that you will actually change the battle or give an advanced version. It's just people who can get more resources. And I think if we were planning on adding some other perks in there, it's exactly the same thing. It's more about the economy of of collecting some currencies or stuff like that. So we don't ever want to use that as a way to give more power to players.
Yeah. Jakad is saying, so Dale, are you saying the 30 points you collect daily banks in the loyalty store and can be saved month to month? Yes.
Yeah.
We're not resetting any of the points that you collect. So I could go into the game for the next year, collect a daily point, and I'm not forced to spend them at all. I'm not getting reset. I'm not losing my points. Maybe I don't know what we're going to add to this loyalty store. Like, it's obviously day one. We'll look at what people want to see in this store, but you're not forced to spend them. They're not going away. There's no time cap
Let's see
or
if I can
anything.
do that.
Yanis is going to give us a nice little demonstration.
Well, I'm trying
Is he
to
actually
see
going to buy it?
if
You're
I can
actually
actually
buying
buy
it?
it.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh
wait!
no. Oh,
Oh no! That's where you do the demo, because I was kind of like, yeah.
oh, there we go. Well, we've learned that doesn't work.
No, yeah,
So
because
that's
that's
cool.
kind of like that's a test payment on a test environment, so
Okay.
that's why it doesn't fail. That's why I wanted to give it a shot to see if I could solve that, but it's not negative. But we definitely know it works on production. We've done the test.
Cool. Let's see. What will the rewards
Actually,
be after?
it did go.
It did work.
It did work.
It just took some time. And look at that. How cool is that, by the way? If Chad's still in the chat, he's done an amazing job on the art, by the way. Like the animations, the coins, just the simple stuff is just amazing. So big shout out to Chad if he's watching. The art does look absolutely incredible.
So yeah, I bought like a bundle. I'm now level 2. I can now collect the free chest, which is the allocation level 2, which has contains 1250 spark or combined spark, combat spark, and some other things. You have this new bundle that's available to purchase if you do want to do that. And I also now get these perks as in my thing, and all the points I collected, 10,000 points. You can now go into the store, and then you can use it as much as you want. You want to buy this one, which is a bit for like 30 days limited. You can do that, and then look at all these rewards that you get, which is a lot of stuff. And
It's a lot of
you want
stuff,
the
yeah.
big one. I mean, not a
And
really
remember,
big one. I don't have enough, but yeah.
yeah, well, the big one doesn't have a cooldown. So that's
Yeah.
why it matches with the previous system.
Yeah.
So
So this too
yeah,
much the previous system doesn't have a cooldown. This is kind of like a limited offer, so it is kind of like a better value, but it's all gonna be on a cooldown. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah, Chad is in the chat, so yeah. Hi, Chad. We're giving you a big shout out because we love the artwork that you've
People are
done.
asking if the web shop purchase get points. As I said, yes, and they get more points. They get 20% more points
20%
for
more.
the same amount of spend. The other thing is if the loyalty points reset at a certain time, they don't reset at the time. And if by anything you max it out, those points are still gonna accumulate. If in the future we add more levels, you're not gonna lose any of the payments.
Yes, the levels are infinite, so don't even think you want to get to level 10. It's infinite. It's going to keep going. It doesn't stop you. You don't get to a certain point and it stops counting. Same for points that you collect to spend, and same for a leveling system as well. Have I missed anything? I just want to make sure that we get everything. Do the loyalty points reset? Oh, no, you've already answered that. Yes,
Yeah.
they don't reset. So all good. But probably somebody will reach a number what does start getting crazy. So we will see in a few years what crashes will come. But it'll be interesting. You won't lose anything, of course.
No
So
crashes.
yeah.
It's
Well, I
fun.
know there's one bug that people don't really know about with premium shares. If you get to a certain number, um,
Yeah, I think
but we're talking 4 billion.
we have a hard cap now. You can't go over
Okay.
that limit. I think in most resorts should learn to kind of like not expect our players to have a lot of stuff hoarding that potentially could get to the maximum of your potential numbers you can have on a program. So I
Cool.
think we
I guess the last question. I shouldn't ask you this because we got memed on last time when I asked you about pricing, and then you give me the wrong answer. So I don't know if you can answer this because Hyro does manage all of this. Will the 24-hour timer be reduced to 22 hours, just in line with all the other free crystals that people are claiming?
I don't know. We're
Good
gonna
answer.
leave it to hire to decide about that.
Good, good answer.
See, this is the problem.
Cool.
Like we should do the spicy question, like about why, even though I said we're not gonna have a premium currency on or
Yes.
an expensive currency on Renations upgrade, we actually did 5-star
Yes,
shards.
please answer it.
Well, I mean, it's a cop out, but kind of like I said that that's my feeling, and unfortunately the team overruled me. I said like don't do it, don't be greedy, but say if you want to do it, just do it a little bit thing. But I think the team had kind of like different decision, and unfortunately I'm not saying my way or the highway unless it's something really strong. So the team won, and unfortunately we put a cost on top of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should
Cool.
not be promising stuff about economy without consulting higher. That's I think,
Yeah, I mean, Hyro does manage all the economy, and massive well
but it
done to
wasn't just
Hyro for
higher. I
putting
think it
all
was
this.
like a lot of people in the team said like, oh, we could theoretically add some currencies in there because a lot of people have enough. So that's one of the thing. I mean, we did think there's a lot of 5-star shards that you can get quite cheaply, but it is what it is.
I mean, do you think 5-star shards are still premium?
I mean, they are the most valuable thing for all the players. Can be hard to do, but even for I mean, even some people that don't spend probably gonna have like 5 or 10 so far 5-stars and stuff like that. So it gets to a point where they're not as valuable as they used to be. But it is another currency and another thing. But what people thought the economy is gonna need another thing, and they added it.
What is going? Can you make 5-star God Neptune Ruination actually be worth the 5-star cost to upgrade them? I guess we've just
I mean, that's a
just covered
different.
that.
They just think that he doesn't have enough power as a 5-star.
Oh,
That need more power on the most
oh, right.
strongest combiner in the game. Like we think there is quite a lot that that 5-star ability does. It wouldn't be more powerful than a 4-star that already kind of destroys like potentially half the base if you use it correctly. And it just adds a lot of extra capabilities. You have like 4 different bots with how much health and their abilities. We think it's good enough and adds an extra variety on that combiner, which is already the most powerful combiner that we have in the game. That's where our decision was like he's good enough, and because there was a lot of push to make it harder, but then it's like if you're gonna make that combiner even harder, then where do you go from there? pretty much, even stronger. Where do
Yeah,
you go from there?
yeah, the 4-star was pretty insane.
So because we need to at some point, release other five-star combiners, other things to do. It's a thing like people. I mean, I emphasize people. They want power. They want to be able to win the game easier. But the more you do that, the more that this game becomes like really hard to balance. Not that it is, I say it's balanced right now, but we're trying to get something like that. But we need to keep some things back because we are worried. I already think there's specific combinations of bots and combiners that can give victory, but a lot of other people are struggling. And for other people, like stronger combiner will be really useful. For a lot of people, having a combiner will be like, this game is too easy now. Like I don't even have to think. I just deploy the combiner, he just fast forwards the base and then kills. So it's always gonna be a really hard conversation where where do you draw the line and where do you stop. Sometimes we stop way earlier than the players want. But like it's really hard to tell, like let's give all this power and then, oh, we went too far and we don't want to nerf a bot because we know what's happened when that happens. So we rather like be more conservative and then increase the power if we see that it's not there, instead of just doing the other way of releasing something really powerful, people then accusing us of being kind of like oh, you're gonna nerf it afterwards and be dishonest and all that stuff. So that's why we'll be more reserved.
Cool. And I guess the changes with Roadbuster, how did they come around with the HQ?
Sorry?
Because the HQ now Roadbuster doesn't remove the shield. Where did
Well,
that change?
I mean, that's every bot that removes a shield, except for Roadbuster, wasn't, wouldn't work on the HQ. We have as a rule, like, we need to there's so many things you can do in order to rush to the HQ and finish a battle, making everything much, much easier. We create a seal generator, we created stuff to to protect the HQ. So the idea that you can, have a glass gas or anything that, makes, or, a water effect on the HQ that will allow you to take more damage and die quicker, it makes the game way too easy. So like he should, like as we released, I don't know which combat it was, I was actually removing shields and we said it's not going to apply to the HQ, and after break it doesn't apply to the HQ, and a lot of other things don't apply to the HQ to remove the shield, or buses will be in the same, which is why it changed, and also the same for happens for his version in Ruination.
Sunstrike says, feel like you should make it clear on Roadbuster's ability tooltip that the HQ shield can't be removed.
We
I
should
think it's
make
more
it
with the
clear,
HQ.
but like it's also kind of sometimes really hard to put everything you want on one ability thing description. Like I mean, we should put it on the HQ as said, like doesn't get shields doesn't get removed, but it's not the build of the HQ, it's the build of the shield generator, and also that has a lot of text to go in there. So I don't know where you're gonna fit this, but we need to make it better to be more. I think one of the game's main issues is the clarity of what's happening in battle. Like
Hmm.
personally, like that's one of my things I want to improve. You don't know what effects you get on your bots. You don't know why your bots suddenly start dying really quickly. You don't know. I mean, it takes so many years of playing this game and so much knowledge to know, like, oh, I died because a bot came out from the outpost. He had that combat bot. Then took more damage, and then all this happened, and that's one of the reason I lost. And that's frustration because suddenly your bots die for a quick second, and you don't know nothing. And we have so many VFX on the bots on the battle, becomes so hard to read this, and no, it needs to be better, I think, because
Yeah.
for a lot of the older players you get to the point where you know everything, but even a lot of players probably don't know everything that exists there and then don't see what's happening in the battle.
But how do you fix the clarity? Is it making things similar? Is it reducing the
It's
bots that
it's a
go into
bit of
battle?
everything. It's a bit like having somewhere that you can visualize that information more clear instead of just putting icons on top of the battle, where it's like hundreds of icons and hundreds of VFX happening. I am trying to see if I can do something, have that somewhere. Maybe you can pause the game and then maybe you can, I don't know, look at the things, what affects the bot currently, or, see when things have just removed so I can throw a healing because there's no healing reduction or there's no RD shield on me. There's so many things. This game has gone so complicated and so deep, but it has not really scaled up to make it easy for people to understand.
Yeah, I think you've said something really good there. Somebody, Mr. Update says, "Thank you for saying that, Yanis. Maybe add a pause button that allows us to inspect statuses of bots or defenses."
Like
Yeah,
I
just
struggle.
as you said.
I played this game for 8.5 years, and all the times I don't know what happens. It's like, so I see like a lot of people probably gonna have the same thing and the same frustrations. Someone asked if replays fixed. We hope. Like, have a that's a sorry, I just jump out to a different topic, but we did do some work where to improve the replays. It is in this version that has gone out. Let us know, because we can always, maybe we forgot something. We did kind of break the attack your alliance team members because of that, but we're gonna fix it in the future. But
Yeah.
yeah, the replays should be more consistent now. If unless people say it's not, and then we can have another look.
Yeah. Killsucker, what level do you play, Yanis? Well, he's telling me he was scoring 300 in Prime League again.
Well, I did it in one war, not every war, but
So
I
he's
am
up there. He's
Prime Link
around.
hardcore. It is harder now for me. I don't have the best, I guess, the best setup that some people have. But yeah, I do sometimes kind of get the commander.
Cool. I think I should share my screen and talk quickly
Okay,
about the 5-star
let
batch. What
me
we
stop.
Oh, screen sharing is not a
Now
look.
let me
I'll
stop
be on it.
sharing, and hopefully it won't break. If it
Okay.
breaks, we're gonna just come back. Oh,
Uh,
no, yeah,
Pal
we should
saying,
be.
so which bot are you choosing for the next Legacy batch? Well, Hyro messaged me today that we're allowed to do another one because I'm doing one at a time. So I think we're going to probably do another vote, and it's going to probably land in August sometime when it's ready. Did I share it? I hope I didn't share the roadmap or the new content that's coming that Fabian once did, and I am on a test server with the 5-star batch.
Have you
Can you
said
see it?
anything? Wait.
Oh wait.
Oh boy, this is gonna be
Oh
tricky
no.
now. Well, it's fine. I'll have to figure it out. 1 second.
Okay, so let me see if there is any questions.
Sorry, guys. It's gonna take some doing.
I'm looking at Afterbreaker at the moment anyway, and this one was pretty cool to do, but we can talk about that a little bit later. Trax is saying, so the Legacy batch is coming out in August now, or is it 2 batches we are talking about? I'm talking about the rework that we do on a 5-star bot, 4-star bot that gets a 5-star, and we normally put it in the cyber store. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, Trax.
I
So,
did not think about this, so it's gonna be tricky.
okay, maybe we'll have to hold fire, but I can talk through some of the
Yes.
changes that we've made if that's easier, because we're not going to be showing anything crazy anyway. Slug has now got AB11, which is pretty cool. It's a shame that I can't show it because Yanis can't do it, but we will be. I mean, all the content creators are putting them out there. I think it's best you go watch them. They give real rundown, but Slug is getting AB11. That's going to be Fire Splash at the final target. I'm also looking into adding a passive to Slug, because in the cartoon he breathes fire, and in our game, when he's transformed, he does not breathe fire, and Grimlock breathes fire in our game. So technically, I hope that it can be done, but I don't know if it's going to work on Slug's model. So I am testing that. He does it in the cartoon, so I want to try and make him breathe fire, Yanis. So that'll be nice. He won't do it all the time, obviously, but it'll just be nice to do that. Slug.
Slug, okay. Because
Yeah, yeah.
Snarl has an area of effect that always all the time. So
Maybe I'll take a look at that. But Slug does it in the. I was watching a cartoon the other day and was watching Slug, and he just breathed fire, and I was like, Alice doesn't do that. Alice needs to do that. So that's going to be AB11, fire splashing at the final target. That's going to be pretty cool. Alpha Trion. We've not really done much with Alpha Trion. Really good design from Jesse a few months back on that one. So we've just
we're going
decreased
to
his
share
price
your
to.
screen and see if I'll see if I can do it. But yeah.
Okay. So we don't want to share that. There we go. Are we back?
We are back, but then just you can keep talking about it, and I'll see if I can make it.
Okay, so yeah, we've got Slug here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but Alpha Trion, he's going to go down to 4+3. So no massive changes there. Again, Jesse did a great design on this. Updated the tooltip a little bit just so it's a little bit more clear as well. So that's pretty nice. Let's talk about Afterbreaker. Now, Afterbreaker has a 5-star. Now, not many changes with Afterbreaker because his 4-star is actually highly used, so it made no sense going crazy with this one. At AB11, on a 4-star, it gives 50% reflection, and at AB11 as a 5-star, it gives 65%. So not much of an increase. But again, he's used a lot. He also takes reduced damage when he has that reflection up, so there's no need to give him more health. I know a lot of not a lot of the testers. Some testers were like, maybe you should have some more HP. He goes in, he dies a lot. Yeah, but if you give them more reflection, they're also taking reduced damage as well. So that's also increased. So that was nice. I'm not sure if you can see it, Yanis,
They
but
can
it's still
see.
going through.
They can see
Okay,
the bots.
Retgar.
Okay.
Retgar is the next one that I've changed. So cost again. Our designers did a great design on this bot, so no major changes. I actually spoke to the lead designer who did this previously, and I was like, "What do you think the price should be?" Because the team are telling me it should be this, and he was like, "Maybe you could push it down to 5+5." So we're going for that because the designer, we didn't really take into account that, the blessing effect is removed when you spawn your combiner. Sadly, that can't be fixed because just the way the game is designed, if we're going to fix this, it's going to cause a whole amount of issues. So we're not going to do that. But again, it's a nice bot. No major changes other than the price. And then we're going to talk about Grapple. Grapple has been one where it's been the most controversial, to be honest. And if I'm honest, please forget about old Grapple. I feel like old Grapple is just like it doesn't work as we think he does work. For example, when you place a mine, it absorbs 95% of the damage. Well, because Grapple was released quite a few years ago now, the damage types that we resist, some of those damage types are not exactly being resisted, so it's actually taking the full amount of damage. And also the anti-heal, which is not acid, by the way. This is a very unique ability. It provides anti-healing that's not acid, just to confirm. So anything that resists acid or anything that resists an acid anti-heal this is just going to go above that for sure, because it's not acid. But the mine, again, was not actually absorbing the full amount of damage. I've done a whole review on that. I've actually made it really simple. I've done a flat decrease of the damage it's receiving, and then the self-harm is just going to create... Sorry, I'm talking about how I'm seeing it in the game engine. But it's working. It's going to work a lot better with a mine. You're going to really be able to tank a lot of damage. Yes, there's a bit of playtesters at the moment who are saying, maybe he still dies too quick. I'm still considering that. And then AB11, the mine goes up to 100%. Again, this could change. We're still working on Grapple, but the mine is 100% of the HP because Grapple doesn't really have that much HP. It's 28k, but the mine does absorb 95%, so it's like maybe kind of pointless because even at 35%, the mine is not dying because 95% damage reduction, when you reduce all the damage, is a lot. So we're still balancing Grapple, and we're not trying to go too crazy, but that's where we're going with him. So forget old Grapple. He's going to work much better. If you're using Grapple, which a lot of people are already, surprisingly, you're going to see a massive increase in Grapple. He's just better, and all I've done is stick to the tooltip. That's all I've done is fix him. So if you like him now, you're going to love him. If you hate him now, you're probably still going to hate him, but give him a chance because the mine is a lot better. Some people are saying Grapple should have more HP. 28.6k is kind of bad for a special melee. Yeah, okay. We're still considering it. Still, I'm going to go to the team and see what they think about it. But I think we're quite happy with Grapple at the minute, right, Yanis? He's fine. He's okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
I like the mine. I really like the mine.
The mine is good. I mean, I
mine.
always had a different idea from Grapple's abilities, but we don't have the capability now. It will be too late to change to that. But I think mine is really good. I always envision a proper grapple thing ability.
Where you
but
pull,
when you pull a bot to yourself, I hope at some point in the future we can have it, but it won't be Grapple that's gonna have that, which is a bit unfair.
MB818007 says, not feeling the Grapple shade. Grapple is amazing. Do you know how to use him? Yes. Honestly, you will love him when we change him because the mine, like I said, at the moment in the game, because we've had so many different damage types, it's actually taking full damage. It's not taking the actual resisted damage as the tooltip states. And also, after AB3, it doesn't apply the anti-heal. So he's not actually working, but he's going to work much better. That's for sure. What else? Can you fix Grapple Gmail to drop the bomb in front of him? I'm not going to touch the G1. I'm sorry. It's only for the ability. It's only for the 5-star batch that I'm changing. I'm not touching any G1s or anything crazy like that. That would just be, yeah, out of scope, sadly.
Okay,
What else?
I think
Anything else?
that's enough, and it is the time.
It's
I-
6 o'clock.
yeah,
That's it. We did it in time.
did in time. We cover a lot of stuff, a lot of spicy questions and opinions. But yeah, new bot out this weekend. Tasmania Kitten and Agony. We have the endurance event with lots of interesting rewards. The VIP loyalty program. The loyalty program is live now into the game. So go and claim your free stuff, or if you purchase, start claim your free rewards. And that's all gonna be working this week. And yeah, lots, and also they'll showcase the new 5-star bots that's probably gonna coming next week. So lots of stuff. Join us in 3 weeks time. We're gonna have, by that point, hopefully the new combat bots already designed and look kind of like in a good position where we can talk a little bit more about the new combat event, which is the happens. We're probably gonna make some changes there, but we hopefully we can announce them way in advance, and about other things that's gonna be coming in the game. So thanks for joining us. Hope you're all
Cool. I'll just
well.
say one thing. I know
Yeah.
Callum made a questions thing on Discord that we didn't answer. You've got 1 more hour, and then we're going to chuck all these questions to the team and get you official responses, so we're not wasting them. So, yeah, we'll get you some answers tomorrow in a little Q&A session. So get your questions on Discord if we did not ask them. Thanks very much for tuning in, and the challenge mode will be here very soon. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.